The entertainment world was thrown into shock last night when Yang Mei Mei, one of Asia's brightest stars, suddenly collapsed on set during the filming of her highly anticipated drama. Witnesses described the atmosphere as chaotic and frightening as crew members rushed to her aid, unsure if what had just happened was part of the performance or a real emergency. Within seconds, panic spread like wildfire. Emergency services were called, and an ambulance rushed her to the nearest hospital. Fans waiting outside the studio captured clips of the ambulance's arrival, flooding the internet with prayers and desperate questions. Hashtags like #PrayForYangMeiMei and #YangMeiMeiCollapse began trending within minutes, dominating every major social media platform and sparking worldwide concern for the beloved actress. The incident was shocking enough on its own, but what happened next sent the internet into a frenzy. At exactly 3 o'clock in the morning, Yulong, Yang Mei Mei's rumored ex-boyfriend, appeared at the hospital in a black SUV. Dressed in a hoodie, mask, and cap, he tried to remain low profile, but there was no mistaking his tall frame and commanding presence. Witnesses say he didn't stop for cameras, didn't respond to questions, and walked straight inside with urgency. The very sight of him entering the hospital reignited questions about whether their supposed breakup was real at all, or whether the bond between them had never truly been broken. Inside sources claim Yulong looked visibly distressed, speaking urgently with medical staff, and refusing to leave until he was allowed to see her. One nurse revealed that his eyes were red as if he hadn't slept in days, pacing the halls like a man carrying the weight of the world. Unconfirmed whispers suggest that once he was finally allowed into her room, he sat at her bedside, holding her hand, speaking softly as she drifted in and out of consciousness. Though no pictures from inside have leaked, the mere possibility of such a scene has left millions of fans deeply moved. This shocking turn of events has come at a time when rumors of a breakup between the two stars were at their peak. Once celebrated as the golden couple of C-drama, Yang Mei Mei and Yulong had not been seen together in months, with rumors of silent unfollows and conflicting schedules adding fuel to the fire. Many fans had reluctantly accepted that their fairy tale romance might have ended. But Yulong's late-night arrival at the hospital has thrown everything into question, making the public wonder if the love between them was ever truly gone. Fans across the globe poured their hearts onto social media, with one writing, "He came at 3 a.m. That is not PR. That is love." Another tweeted, "Protect Yang Mei Mei at all costs. And thank you, Yulong, for showing the world what she means to you." Of course, some skeptics insisted his appearance might have been calculated, perhaps to avoid negative headlines. But the majority of voices online believe this was an act of pure love and concern, something far deeper than public image. To understand why the sight of Yulong at the hospital shook millions, one must remember their love story. They first met on the set of Whispers of the Moonlight, where their undeniable chemistry blurred the line between acting and reality. Soon, candid photos of dinners and secret getaways surfaced, and the public's most beloved fantasy became real when they confirmed their relationship. For years, they were inseparable, attending award shows side by side, supporting one another through highs and lows, and embodying the dream of everlasting love. Which is why, when the silence came, the absence of public interaction and the sudden distance, fans were devastated by the thought that their love had ended. But perhaps last night proved something many have refused to stop believing, that some love stories do not end so easily. As for Yang Mei Mei's health, no official statement has been released by her agency, but insiders believe the collapse was the result of exhaustion and overwork. Known for her relentless dedication to her craft, she has been balancing intense filming schedules, endorsements, and public appearances, often pushing herself beyond her physical limits. It's no secret that she has a reputation for perfectionism, always insisting on her own stunts and giving every ounce of her energy to her roles. Her body may have finally reached its breaking point. This has reignited conversations about the extreme pressure placed on actors in the industry and the dangerous expectation for them to sacrifice their health for performance. Meanwhile, Yulong's silence speaks louder than words. He has not released a statement or posted anything on social media. In an industry where carefully crafted PR messages often appear within hours, his silence feels deliberate. Is he choosing to stay by her side rather than make a public spectacle? Is this his way of showing that some feelings are too real to be explained in a press release? Whatever the reason, the lack of words has only intensified the speculation. What the world saw last night was more than a medical emergency. It was a raw, unscripted moment of love and fear. It was a reminder that even the brightest stars are human, fragile, and vulnerable. And it was proof that sometimes, no matter what rumors say, love reveals itself in the darkest hour, when someone shows up at 3 a.m. without hesitation. Today, Yang Mei Mei is said to be in stable condition, under observation and surrounded by close friends and family. Fans are anxiously awaiting an official update. Yet the image of Yulong entering the hospital in the dead of night has already left its mark on history. For some, it's a confirmation that their love story isn't over. For others, it's a simple but powerful reminder that true connections never disappear, even when the world believes they've ended. The world now waits, not only for Yang Mei Mei's full recovery, but also for the next chapter in a story that feels far bigger than any drama script. One question lingers in the hearts of millions. When love is tested by pain, does it shatter, or does it emerge stronger than ever? The night that began as just another day on set turned into one of the most unforgettable and emotional events in the history of C-drama. Yang Mei Mei, the shining jewel of the industry and a fan favorite across Asia, collapsed in front of cast and crew during a late-night shoot. The room erupted in shock as the actress, who had been pushing herself relentlessly through exhausting schedules, fell suddenly, her body giving way under the strain. Panic spread instantly. People shouted for help, scripts were dropped, cameras stopped rolling, and the atmosphere of make-believe melted into a terrifying reality. Within minutes, an ambulance rushed to the scene. Fans waiting outside the studio recorded the flashing red lights and shared the clips online. By midnight, the world was holding its breath as hashtags stormed every platform, flooding timelines with prayers and desperate hopes. Millions stayed awake, waiting for updates, unwilling to close their eyes until they knew their beloved star was safe. But then, at 3 a.m, another twist captured the world's attention. Yulong, Yang Mei Mei's rumored ex-boyfriend, stepped out of a sleek black SUV in front of the hospital. Disguised beneath a mask and hoodie, but unmistakable in his posture and presence, he walked with urgency through the entrance, his pace quick, his demeanor serious. For months, speculation about their breakup had dominated headlines. They hadn't been spotted together in public. They had silently unfollowed each other on social media. Fans had mourned what seemed to be the end of their golden romance. But Yulong's presence at the hospital at such an hour shattered every rumor in one single gesture. Witnesses described him as restless, speaking firmly with doctors, demanding answers, refusing to leave the hallways. His eyes, reportedly red with worry, betrayed emotions deeper than any statement ever could. Unconfirmed whispers from hospital staff say that when he was finally allowed into Yang Mei Mei's room, he sat at her side, holding her hand tightly, his voice soft, as though willing her to come back to herself. Whether this moment was real or imagined, it has already etched itself into the hearts of millions who believe they are still bound by something greater than circumstance. The internet exploded. Fans began piecing together what his 3 a.m. arrival meant. Was it a coincidence? Was it love? Was this a moment of compassion between exes? Or was it proof that their love story had never truly ended? One fan wrote, "Love doesn't die, it just hides." Showing up at 3 a.m. isn't for publicity, it's because the heart has no schedule. Another posted, "They can unfollow each other online, but the truth is, you can't unfollow the person you love in real life." And just like that, the couple once thought to be broken apart was reborn in the eyes of fans around the world. The reality is that Yang Mei Mei has been pushing herself beyond human limits. She is known for her determination to deliver perfection in every project, juggling multiple roles, commercials, endorsements, and public appearances. Friends say she has hardly rested in months, her days stretching into dawn, her nights barely allowing space for sleep. Her collapse was not only a wake-up call to her team, but also to an entire industry that demands its stars shine endlessly without pause. The pressure of perfection has broken many before her, but for Yang Mei Mei, it seems her body finally forced her to stop. And yet, in her weakest moment, love found its way back. Yulong's silence since his hospital appearance has only amplified the drama. No statements. No interviews. No carefully written press releases. Just an image of a man who could not stay away, of someone who chose presence over words. In a world where everything is often staged, scripted, and manufactured, his silence feels raw, almost sacred. It leaves room for hope, for imagination, for a belief in something real behind the flashing cameras. Fans are already calling this night the rebirth of the golden couple. Some argue it was destiny, that no matter how far apart they drift, fate will always push Yulong and Yang Mei Mei back together. Others see it as a reminder that love is not about social media updates or public appearances, but about showing up when it matters most. And truly, what speaks louder than arriving at 3 a.m. when the world is asleep, when no cameras are expected, when it's only the heart guiding the way? As of this morning, Yang Mei Mei is stable but under close observation. Her agency has asked for patience, promising a full statement soon. Until then, the world continues to hold its breath, not just for her health, but for the next chapter of this unexpected love story. Will Yulong stay by her side until she recovers? Will the two of them finally address the rumors that have consumed their lives for months? Or will this remain a fleeting moment, a reminder of what once was, but can never be again? Whatever the outcome, one truth remains. Last night was not just about a collapse. It was about love breaking through silence, about fear pulling two people back into each other's orbit, about millions of hearts uniting in hope for healing and reconciliation. The drama of real life has outshone the scripts they act in, proving once again that the greatest stories are written not on pages, but in moments that catch us off guard. For fans of Yang Mei Mei and Yulong, this is more than breaking news. It's a reminder that love, no matter how complicated, has a way of finding its path. And as we wait for her recovery, we hold on to that image of a man walking into a hospital at 3 a.m., not as a superstar, but as someone who could not stay away from the person who means the world to him. And now, dear viewers, this is where you come in. If you've been touched by this story, if you believe in love that survives rumors and silence, if you've stayed up refreshing your feed just to know if Yang Mei Mei is okay, then you belong with us. Subscribe to Drama Spark and join a community that lives for these moments, where real emotions, shocking twists, and unforgettable love stories are shared, cherished, and celebrated. Don't just read the headlines. Dive deeper with us. Because every sparkle matters, and together, we'll follow this story wherever it leads. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay with us as we bring you every update, every heartbeat, and every twist in this unforgettable saga. This is more than breaking news. It's the kind of story that reminds us why we believe in love, why we cry for our idols, and why we celebrate their victories like they're our own. The world is watching. Let's watch together.